Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 6 of season 3 of Invincible. Now, I want to clear one thing up from the last episode. I don't know where I read this, and maybe I was just crossing the streams with another show that I cover, but I don't know where I got that 7 episode count for the season thing from. We actually have 2 more to go after this one. I don't really have too much else to add to the events of last episode, so if you haven't seen my reaction to that, go check that out. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and hop into this week's episode. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also can suggest and vote what movies we react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate if you enjoy this reaction. To least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. And with that all said and out of the way, let's get ready to hop into episode 6. Here we go.
You really didn't need to come all the way out here for this.
Are you kidding? 10's a big year. You look so carefree.
What's gonna happen?
It's a childhood we never got.
Uncle Scott, hold up your hands again. I want to do the thing.
Here.
Oh, what the?
So cool. Make a bigger one.
That's as big as I can make them.
Aww.
Okay. Thought something catastrophic was about to happen at that little park.
I'm gonna grab a coffee before I come up.
Oh, that's why that was in the beginning, in the recap.
Jessica! No!
Wow.
No! Jessica!
Wow, what a fucking start.
Where's the investigation? Okay, the charges, the trial. It's not just Jessica. Okay, thousands of people died in Chicago. Why is that murderer
Oh,
still
wait, is this
flying
Aaron
around free?
Paul?
Invincible was defending the planet from an alien threat.
Yeah, why are we trying to pin this on him?
Know that. Okay, the threat was his own father. If
mean,
he's
you
so
can
innocent, then
fucking
open an
tell.
investigation. Let a jury decide. Give us justice.
Wow.
Mr. Duvall, I'm very sorry for your loss, but there's nothing I can do. Our laws don't apply in situations like this.
Oof. I bet he's going to learn how to cause a lot more than just a little static in his hands now, though. Oh my god, that smiling ass picture of him in there. I mean, look at this shit. Like, how can you look at this and be like, yeah, he was involved? You know? Oh, so he's working here now.
Test 36. Charging biotherm power.
All the different deterrents for Viltrumites.
They accuse us of making mistakes or losing equipment while heroes like him leave thousands dead in their wake.
Maybe you've all forgotten, but Invincible is the only real weapon we've got right now if more Viltrumites show up. Till 2A grows up, at least.
So till 2A grows up. Who is that?
None of you would eat a dog, so why is a cow any different? If I can survive on an all-plant diet, so can you.
Where'd you even find this guy?
Hey, careful! You gotta look out for other people.
I did. He didn't hit anyone.
He hit that car, though.
He hates listening to me so much.
Who wants to listen to their older brother?
Oliver, if the place gets trashed, we can't have burgers after you're done.
Got it. Thanks, Eve.
Wow, nice. Talk to him in a way that makes him understand. Or care.
Wait, are you just using me as a... Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not your training dummy.
Well,
There you are. Next time, I want to fight someone tougher.
When you're ready.
I already fought real villains. Why do I have to fight lamos like the elephant?
you gotta learn restraint.
Fight the elephant a bunch of times too.
Will people here ever forgive him? I know he did a bad thing trying to take over the world. But he saved a lot of people before that, right?
You know, just a little old thing like that.
Dad probably saved more lives than he took, but those lives don't just cancel out the others.
So he never gets
Yeah.
to say he's sorry? He's a bad guy forever?
That's not what Mark's saying.
But people think that, don't they?
Hey, can you
Hell,
blame them?
they apparently think he's
They don't know
involved
about
too.
the ex, huh?
I can remember everything from when I was little. Like
Oh,
my mom hugging me, and Dad humming songs and flying me around the palace. My mom loved Dad.
That's wild.
Like, a lot. Then how bad can he be if my mom loved him and had me with him? Even after Dad did all that bad stuff, she must have known he was good inside.
I still love Dad, but he was two different people. One was the Dad you and I knew when we were kids. The other was a Viltrumite who had a mission to do even if that meant hurting a lot of people.
So which one is the real Dad?
That's the question that he's still trying to answer himself.
Invincible! Where is your remorse? Have you no shame for what you've done? The lives you've taken? You think you're above consequences?
God,
but
I
you are
just hear
wrong.
him yelling at
You
Walt
will
right
pay
now.
for your crimes against humanity. I, Powerplex, will make you pay.
Powerplex.
That was much better this time.
And I'm ready.
Are you though? Wow, he's been really plotting this whole
Put
thing.
me on his level. Let me store enough power to hurt him. But there's no going back.
Oh, so he can only do like a little bit at a time. So over time, he's been pocketing and storing that energy so that he can have one big old oof.
Keep going.
Wouldn't it be wild if that was Kristen Ritter? Did kind of sound like her.
The hammer.
Hammer. Oh, to see if it worked.
Again. Harder. Harder!
Oh my God. And, you know, what if he had just killed her, you know? It's not like this is anything he's done before. And what if you succeed and then the Viltrumites show up? You know, I get it. He's not really... This is really his personal mission.
Hey, welcome, Jack. I'll go get him. You get changed.
He really does sound like her, though.
I haven't had much time to enjoy it. Midterms are coming up, so my stress levels are...
I'm sure you'll do fine. Since Mark dropped out, I need college updates from someone.
Dinner's delicious, Paul. Thanks for cooking.
Rude.
Your mom tells me you and Eve started a business.
It's been pretty quiet recently. I think the last job we did there convinced everyone to back off.
Oh, so your reputation does the work for you. When I started in real estate, there was a bit of a turf war going on. But after I went door to door and introduced myself to the entire place, I was the only agent anyone would work with. It's all about reputation, right? Oh, God. I hated myself as soon as I said it. Like real estate and superheroing are even in the same universe.
I mean, it's still applicable. I mean, they're free agents as well. I think that anecdote applies to what they're doing.
How can I relate to them? They save the world. I can't measure up to that.
It's not about measuring up. It's about showing up. And as long as
Yeah.
you're here, that's what matters.
It's more than half the job, man. Is just being there.
Ooh.
What are you doing, you little weirdo?
Flying in the house.
I love them just being brothers. It's fun to watch.
Oh, fuck. Do it for Jess and Gretchen.
Not the best landing, but he landed. So is he like storing the kinetic energy as well as what he generates? Or maybe adds it to his own?
William.
Oh, relax.
She's a good friend. We go to yoga twice a week, and you're both adults. Amber is, at least.
Amber, how's it going?
Aw.
Hey, man.
Mark, this is Kyle.
He's a Seance Dog fan.
Mark.
Wait, you read Seance Dog?
There we go.
Yeah,
Icebreaker.
Since I was 12.
But you really didn't get it until you were older.
Exactly, because it's got so many levels to it.
It's an underrated book, in my opinion.
You dorks.
We're both smiling, so things must be okay. I'm
Yeah.
happy for you.
Thanks. I'm happy for you too.
No.
Take it easy on Kyle Bowling, okay? No superpowers.
I'm really not the threat here.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, wait.
I don't know,
Something on
some crazy
TV.
supervillains freaking out downtown.
Yeah, like what?
Get back! All I want is
So he's just doing this to like draw him out. This is like where do you become the villain at the end, you know? Well, I don't know.
You know there's other heroes out there, right?
Dude, if he falls to like someone else, that'd be insane. That'd be hilarious. That'd be very unfortunate.
This isn't about me!
Get out here, Mr. White!
The people murdered and the countless other lives destroyed!
Oh my.
Why is above the law? Why does never pay for his crimes? Where is it when people are trying to put their
What is this?
together? I want the truth. I want justice. I want...
There we go. We got there eventually.
Things too.
Oh my god.
And sometimes I don't get them. So I understand why you're upset. You want things, but you don't have them. It's an emotion that connects all living beings throughout the universe.
Thank you, Ben.
What? Well, you don't recognize this part of my head? Or the costume that I fabricate from my own body tissues that appears to be clothing, but is very much not clothing?
I guess I should have
Beloved
considered
member
that.
of the Guardians of the Globe. Defeater of evil and friend to small animals, but not cats, everywhere.
Rude. We're not friends anymore.
Ta-da!
Is this better?
Oh.
No!
Oh.
Give me the real Invincible! This is your last warning.
And this is your second punch.
Oh, yeah, okay, so yeah, he does. The harder he's hit, the more he stores. Wow.
Yeah, we need backup. The Powerplex guy just killed one of the Guardians of the Globe.
He's not dead, right?
Hey, I warned him. I said I didn't want to fight. He attacked me. You saw what happened.
Okay. He's alive.
I was on the news. He would have seen me.
Facing you in front of all those cameras would have proved your point.
It's not that deep. He's bowling was way more important.
Did you forget what's happening in a few days?
I was so focused on tonight's plan, the memorial slipped my mind. God, how could I forget?
Because you're so fixated on this, it's blinding you to everything else.
Jack, no. Daddy's sorry. He didn't mean to scare you.
How many speeches do you think they'll make in Invincible's honor tomorrow?
He'll be there.
Lovely.
Should I even be going today? This is for the victims of what happened. Feels like I'm imposing.
You were a victim too.
Yeah.
I know you guys said not to worry, but we're supposed to be in Chicago in 30 minutes. If we're teleporting or something, that might be a bit much for me.
Don't worry, Paul. We're taking the car.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, they're gonna carry the car, aren't they? Yep. Because there's no way else that made any sense.
Oh my God! Oliver, please do it for me.
What do we have
A little
here?
to your left.
But you're not gonna tell me what this is about yet.
It's a surprise.
An invention to counteract her de-aging. That was also in the preview, previously on.
All these weeks, you've been working on a belt?
It has to be close to you to work, so it had to be either a hat, a sash, or belt. I thought a belt was the least strange.
Whoa.
The magic curse that is the source of your power has a bug in it. When you transform back to your human state, it rebuilds you with an incorrect temporal offset, resulting in you getting younger each time you use your powers. This belt corrects that.
So it's like a glitch.
Digital copy of certain cells before you transform. Fools the curse into using that reference for your transformation back to human. Monster, please.
And it grows. And it, oh, this is nifty.
That felt strange.
No de-aging detected.
Well, let's fucking go.
Wait, does that mean
You can finally grow up.
I thought maybe I'd need to fine-tune the...
Oh.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. I'm so scared about what's going to happen here, man. Too much good stuff has been happening over in this quarter. I'm so scared.
I'm not crazy, right? There was a thing between us. I don't want to say it was magical because magic scares the shit out of me, but like half magical?
That's not why I'm here.
Well, then I'm confused. Why are you here?
I'm quitting, Rex.
Oh.
You're what?
Does everyone here hate Dad?
Yes. Oh no.
Invincible! Your father may have fled, but I know you're here. Come and face justice. Come and face Powerplex.
And he's damaging it himself. Oh, it's like this self-destructive tunnel vision of grief, man. It's sad is what it is.
No, I am not going anywhere until I get justice.
I wonder what the limitation is on these things, though.
You need help, not a fight. And I figured out you get stronger when I hit you.
Yeah, well, shit. You need stronger constructs. But I like that she figured out his ability really quick. Can he not run out of juice, though?
You guys can take it from here.
Oh, hey! You're that very angry man from the other night. Did you ever find Invincible?
Oh my god. Is he ever gonna face off straight face to face with Mark? Oh, he's gonna.
Hey, stop it. Jesus. Okay, you asked for it now.
All right. He's lucky that his little escapade so far hasn't cost any lives.
Cecil kept me sheltered from all this. Shouldn't I be seeing stuff like this? Shouldn't we really understand the consequences of what we do? That guy today.
Mark, he was unwell.
But maybe that's because of what my dad and I did to someone he loved. If he had hurt people here today, wouldn't that still be my fault?
Wow. No. Because I don't think what happened there is his fault to begin with.
Let's quit being superheroes and just be nobodies. Sounds awesome.
We wouldn't be nobodies to us.
She's really ready to put this all behind her. Because it's been everything. It's dominated her life.
You're asking me to throw my whole life away. You get that, right?
You got shot in the head. I spent months in the hospital after a lizard man tried to eat me. Next time, we might not make it. I've done my part. Now I want to take a risk.
They're really going to do this, aren't they? They're going to have survived all of that, play this little will they, won't they game about putting it behind them, but something's going to call them out into their duty, and then they'll fuck. I would love like a happily ever after. They just leave and they can do their thing, but that does not what I expect out of this show.
Do you know what my last name is? My real last name?
No.
It's Sloan. The government changed it when they bought me from my parents. Then they erased everything else about me when they made me into this. Rexplode isn't some secret identity. It is my identity. It's all I've got. All I've ever
that's
had.
fucked.
If I give that up, I won't have anything left.
I don't think that's true.
Then I guess you don't know me as well as you think you do.
Damn.
I'm still leaving.
Yeah. I know.
Well, never mind. Everything isn't sunshine and rainbows.
I failed.
We'll come up with something. There's still time. This isn't over yet.
Cecil would have my head if he knew about this.
Oh.
I appreciate it, Donald.
This is everything we have on Powerplex. Apparently, he's been tracking you for months.
Well, at least I know who was sending those orbs after me.
I'm afraid those weren't his. Cecil was telling you the truth when he said they weren't GDA technology.
Great. I know you've already done a lot.
I like that he's helping him from the inside, you know.
I don't want him hurting anyone else because of me.
Oh, no.
Invincible!
What did he
I tried
do?
to keep this between us, but I didn't think your cowardice would run so deep, so I took a page from your book.
Oh.
I hope the life of an innocent...
She's playing along, playing a hostage to bait him out. I don't know how much this is like from the comic or anything of the sort, but like it just, her coming up with this idea, it was like, oh no, we're not done yet. God, it feels so Jane.
Once the heat's died down, I'll find you. Okay? Just stay safe.
You want me? Here I am.
And it's in the very building, too.
Just let them go.
Jessica Duvall. Do you know that name? How about Gretchen Duvall?
I know they were your sister and niece, Scott. I know this is where they lived. And I know they were killed in Chicago along with so many other people when my dad and I fought here. I can't imagine what you went through or the pain you're feeling. And for that, I'm so sorry. But hurting other people won't bring your sister and niece back.
You don't get to lecture me about hurting people.
Dude, I'm so worried he's gonna accidentally do something to the people around him.
Why do you get to live when so many others died?
Stop. Please.
Not until you stop breathing. This is just a fraction of the pain I felt when you murdered my sister.
Yeah, he's going to endanger them more than they ever could.
People. I'm just making sure you can't ever do it again.
I'm warning you.
Or what? You'll kill me like you killed everyone else?
I'm sorry. I'm getting these people out of here.
Oh, damn, couldn't absorb that.
Stay there. I'll help you in a second.
Well, I mean, he
okay?
still took the impact.
What the hell?
You're a monster!
Oh my god.
For the lives you've taken, for everything you've done.
Oh! Yeah, they're gonna die in this wake. And it is not gonna be Mark's fault. He's gonna turn around and they are fried. Calling it. Oh! Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. The kid didn't. This is messed up, man.
Oh, God.
Still making it about him. I mean, the woman was just as delusional as he was at this point. The kid, though, man, that's so fucked up. He's just hugging him, though. What a fucked up episode, man.
I remember them, Jessica and Gretchen. I didn't know their names before, but I remember them. Things changed for me after Chicago. At first, all I could think of were the people I couldn't save. That made me bad at being able to save the ones I could. So I buried those feelings away. I think that was a mistake now. I hope that's a comfort to you.
Comfort. My sister and niece are dead. My wife and child are dead.
That's your doing.
Thousands more are dead, all because of you. And you think the fact that you remember them, that now you're sad about it, gives me comfort?
No, that's not what I...
Sooner or later, I'll find my way free, and then I will find you.
This guy, man.
Been looking all over for you. I thought you might want to talk.
It's another thing, though. It's the fact that he even feels these things that Mark does that sets him apart from the other Viltrumites, the other villains and stuff like that, you know? The fact that he does care, he feels that pain, etc., you know? So is this like a... Oh. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. What the fuck? So he's gone around recruiting? Hold on. I got a couple of questions, because I'm sure we'll get some answers at this point. I had it long since spoiled that he survives, or that he would be back. I don't know if it was survive. So I don't know if this is the same Angstrom or a different one from the multiverse. You know, repaired, enhanced, whatever. You know, he's got the scar, so I'm going to assume it's the very same one Mark thought he killed, which is a huge revelation in and of itself for Mark if he finds out, because so much of all the pain that he's been going through, this whole kind of like moral journey, is so rooted in that kill. If he learns that he didn't actually kill him, I'm wondering like how that'll affect him. Again, we were talking before in season 2 about his hypocritical tunnel vision, which is accented very much so here. Then again, this guy who is dealing with this grief, who is made invincible out to be this arbiter for everything that happened, not just to him, but to everybody else. That was the only way he could make sense of his life moving forward in his own survival, is to fixate on exacting this justice because of what happened. And if he can't get that on Omni-Man, he's going to get that on Invincible. And it's all just tied to it. Like, no matter what evidence, what conversation you have, just the fact that Invincible was there is enough, because he needs somebody to blame and somebody to punish. I mean, even from the footage, you can tell. I mean, he's fucking fighting. His head is like, as he's trying to like get out of that situation, as he's being plowed through a train. It's, to any rational person in that moment who has the ability to kind of think, you know, the situation, whatever. He's still putting it on him. And Mark's been carrying that around to begin with, you know, this entire thing. But like his quest for this, his inability to see the hypocrisy in what he's doing, is very similar to what Angstrom was doing. Though Angstrom's situation was very different, only in that he's absorbed this knowledge from so many different worlds where he doesn't even know where the line is anymore. So he's got a little bit more, I think, of an excuse, something that's beyond his control, his reasoning, because his mind quite literally is storing the memories of hundreds upon thousands of different versions of himself, in which, again, this one Mark, from what we know, is the only good Mark. You know, that one little like drop in this ocean, like, it's hard to rationalize the reality And so much so that he does all these terrible things and tries to paint Mark as the villain while he's doing villainous things, and his inability to see those. It's what was going on here. And so much so that his own wife in this situation was kind of getting in on it. The casting of Aaron Paul was perfect in this. And I don't know if this was written as a little homage or nod, but the way that his wife in this, who looks like Kristen Ritter, who looks like Jane, even kind of coerces him in persisting after everything too. That little devil on his shoulder kind of thing that they had going on there as he was kind of losing faith in the mission that he had set out to do. And the fact that this took the entire episode for him to finally get Invincible to show up was hilarious. Like every time Mark was prioritizing something else, when the Shapesmith showed up, when the Guardians showed up, when Eve showed up, like it was like he could just never, I don't know. And I understand, oh God, the frustration. And it's not that I don't empathize with him or understand what he's going through, but like when you're watching this as the viewer, it can be very frustrating sometimes. You know, I wholly understand where he's coming from, but where I guess I struggle with is when it starts to cross the line into the thing that you're trying to get justice for, and when that stops being the point and it's more about the revenge. At no point was he concerned about the people along the way when he broke out of the van, when the GDA, sure, it's the GDA soldiers or whatever, maybe he could erase that, they're faceless, he doesn't know, whatever, but like the civilians that could have been affected by the crash that he caused, or the immense voltages of lightning and energy that he's just jettisoning out of his body at any one of these moments, you know, where they thought he killed the Shapesmith and all these kinds of things. Like he's out here in this pursuit of justice causing so much more pain, all because he can't reconcile with the fact that the person to blame can't be held accountable. I think if Omni-Man was still here, that would be the target, but it's not, so he's latching on to the one person he can perceive. Omni-Man took off, he's gone, he can't get justice here, but his son is here, let me take it out on him. And like he's so tunnel visioned on that he can't see the damage that he's causing, you know, and fault on her own because she, you know, Mark was trying to save her and then she spit in his face. He was like, what the fuck? Hold on, something's up here. They could have been out of that situation, but because they were so fixated on it, they are the reason their kid died. And they are the reason that he lost his wife. And he still refuses to see that. Still refuses to take any accountability in that situation at all. You know, and now all of this, he's just using that to continuously fuel his rage. He's like, hey, one day I'm going to get out of here and you're going to pay for this. You know, he just can't see through the fog. It's just all he knows anymore. His reality has been forever warped. Again, like it just further accentuates the fact that Angstrom's the one kind of spying on them now. You know, to that whole point too, is that what makes Mark stand out and what makes it kind of also difficult to navigate with Oliver, who is just younger and knows a very different life and is living a very different life, you know, is that he's trying to be a mentor while also struggling with his own doubts, which all stem from the fact that he's had this very idealistic view of superheroing. The older he gets, the more he gets into the weeds of all of this, and especially with everything that happened in Chicago, everything that happened with his father, everything that happened with Angstrom, and then this whole little outing he had into the future where he put down the Immortal. There's so much he's wrestling with where he's just afraid of that comparison, that draw, that connection, that where is that line? What rights does he have to take a life? When is that okay? Is it ever okay? The fact that like when he did that, he was so afraid of being like his father, he was kind of causing issues with himself, holding back and like disrupting his ability to think because he didn't want to flirt with any of that. But then, you know, push come to shove and he had that little outburst. But the thing is, the thing that makes him stand out from every other version that we've seen, at least, apparently fucking coming back, which we'll talk about here in a second, talk about fucking hypocrisy, is that this is so fucking ridiculous. Anyway, the fact that he's even feeling that doubt, feeling that remorse, wrestling with these questions, struggling with the fallout of all of this means that he's so much better than any of those other marks or even his father up until that point. It just goes to show that he cares. He cares. If he didn't care, he wouldn't be wrestling with this so much. Coming back to this, again, him being the one mark in the multiverse, as we've had pointed out, that has any semblance of like humanity. Yet again, Angstrom has now gone full bore the other direction to the one good mark and has now even allied himself with all these other marks. What is this? What is this? What is about to happen in these next couple of episodes, man? Is it going to be the Earth versus a bajillion marks? What the fuck? Like, he's gone so far that the only allies he's seeking is the very thing he's trying to fight. It's infuriating. But if we're going to see Invincible face off with a bunch of Invincibles, that's going to be wild. And does that mean that if that comes to fruition, this little tease here at the end, this little army that he's gathered, is that what the title cards have been meaning this entire time? They've been flickering and changing colors every episode. And more so in this one, we had multiple title cards in this one when they reran that gag over and over again when he was just going on that Invincible rant. Is that why? And the glitching and all that, every title card as well? Okay. All right. So is it going to be, oh God, I really hope Nolan gets back to Earth or Alan or somebody to help if this is going to be coming. Because listen, there's been some things that can hold Mark off. The GDA's got a bunch of stuff that works. We got the Immortal who can kind of go toe to toe and whatnot, and kind of throw hands in his own right. And then, of course, we've got some of the supervillains, namely Liu, the dragon guy. Like, why not? We've got some heavy hitters here on the planet, but that's a lot of marks. So I don't know if we have enough to like balance the scales. Dude, this is batshit insane. I thought we were done with the multiverse stuff after that whole little ordeal. Well, nope. The world wants a mark to fear. We're about to have a bunch of marks to fear. All right, man. Well, we got the penultimate and the finale for this season left. So I don't know if we're going to have to wait till the finale for them to enter the fray or if we'll go jumping right into it in the next episode. I kind of hope we go right into it and it becomes this whole thing. Anyway, guys, that's all I got the energy for at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to you. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Benny Sherritt, York Korskov, Robert Algiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Rocket, Watchtower. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.